Had some wings. Had some weed. Got some drink.
Night of fucking
Yeah,
for us.
night of champions or morning of champions.
Morning of champions for the U.S. Yeah. What did you think overall?
Overall, I was
Out of
I was
10.
out of 10. I'll be nice. I'll say 7.
Okay, you're nicer than me. I was 6.5.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't disappointed in any match.
I wasn't. It ended good. That's it.
ended well.
That was the key. It ended well.
It started off better than I thought it was going to start off, even though I wasn't really feeling the match, but I was definitely expecting like Cross and Sami Zayn as the first match
Me too.
to make it like just a slow intro into some
Yeah,
heat. But
they do that. They start out with a main event, and I get it. Yeah, you got to keep the fans involved. They're waiting and all that.
yeah,
They start off with Randy and
they didn't want us yawning right at the start. Even though Cross and Zayn did make me yawn, but yeah, they didn't want you yawning right at the start. They want you to get engaged and be hyped and ready for some shit. I feel like it makes sense.
but Randy and Cody, thoughts?
I thought it was a very predictable match. I mean,
Yeah, it was. I hate how they keep teasing the heel turns to both of them.
yeah.
Randy more than Cody.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, Randy more than Cody is more apparent that he's ready to turn heel.
Even when I text you, I was like, I hope Randy attacks him after when he's getting.
I thought it was gonna happen.
And then they pan to the camera and you see, I was like, oh,
yeah.
They're like,
They
it's
thought
teasing
that.
again.
They knew you thought that.
Triple H, fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck.
They knew you thought that.
I'm like, man. But I thought it was a decent match. I was just like, Cody going against John Cena again.
Yeah. I feel like, in SummerSlam, I feel like it's too soon. I feel like it should have been later, like I was saying last week. But I feel like it should be one of the later matches in John Cena's run.
I mean,
the rematch versus Cody for the belt.
That to me, this means they're going to do 3 matches with Cody, and Cody's going to win the next 2.
You think Cody's going to win the next 2?
Yeah.
I don't think Cody's going to win that belt, man. I'm telling you, John Cena's going to hold on to it.
Yeah, I think Cody's going to. I don't know because now I don't know when the turn is going to come.
For which one?
For Cena.
For Cena?
Because you need.
You see him drop the belt this match. He was ready to slam it into Punk's face, but he was like, "Let me drop it. Let me be cordial again. Let me be that guy."
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But yeah, Orton Cody was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It wasn't better than the Jay versus Cody.
Definitely not.
No, that match was great.
That wasn't even better than Kevin Owens versus Randy like a few months ago. Like it was one of the weaker matches. It was the weaker match of the night outside of Sami and Cross.
Sami Cross was. Yeah, but it was cool. Cody gets King of the Ring, predictable. That's why he put it on first. Big name.
It could have happened at any other day. It would have been.
You get the crowd going. They were all hyped, singing the songs. I get it, but it's predictable.
20-minute intro for Randy. You gotta play a song like 4 times. I'm surprised everybody knows the lyrics of that song. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Just like, man, when that song comes on, every time I was like, man, I used to, because I actually used to like that band before it became Randy Orton's song. I was like, damn, I see. Not even at the time. Maybe I was. I was like 17.
Hey. You were just the early hipster.
You sound like my sister.
Hey.
She always tells me
She's
that.
on something.
Rev Theory, man. I saw them open up for Vince Sevenfold.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
Mm-hmm. When Rev was still alive.
Yeah,
rest in peace. Yeah, so that was cool. And then the next match. It was Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, that was Rhea Raquel.
Raquel was on Street Fight. I love this match.
That was a great match.
That was a cool. Start to finish. They came out the gate with the fucking Raquel threw her through the table.
Yeah.
Well, she put the announce table
you're missing when she put when she folded her up on the ring and then pulled out the kendo stick in the chair and just started slamming.
Oh, slamming! Yeah, you're right.
That was actually a really good segment, right?
Yeah, they put on. They have really good chemistry together.
And every time Roxanne interferes, even though I hate interference, I love it because she knows exactly what to do. She comes out there, she does a little interference, she gets beat down, she makes it look believable.
Yeah, she'll get scared and be like, fuck.
She's like, oh shit, I'm in too deep. Like, oh yeah, I'm still.
But I'm still the prospect. Mm-hmm. I'm paving my way to get into this.
She's gonna be paying her dues.
Oh yeah,
I saw the little blurb they had last week where they said she's like lost like the most matches out of any WWE wrestler in 2025. But
who?
Roxanne Perez.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta pay. You know who else is right there?
Yeah, I was gonna say Carmella Hayes.
Carmella's right there, but you can tell those two are they're gonna be next.
I mean, they got it all. Yeah, they got the look, they got the ability, they got the promo skills. They're complete packages.
Yeah, they're just keeping them tucked for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that match was cool. I loved it. I thought that was the match of the night. I really did.
That was your match of the night?
That was the match of the night. I didn't see the super riptide from the table. Yeah. I've never seen that.
Fair. I'm surprised that table
held up. That's
when Raquel almost like stopped herself by going into the table, you saw a little bit of the other side protrude out, like it was already ready to bust, and I was like, okay, something happened there. But then when they put the table up, the other leg didn't come down, so I was like, this thing's gonna fall through. You even saw the ref holding it while they were standing up to go on there. Like he had his hand up too, trying to be like, no, don't go up there, even though he was holding it down.
Oh, I didn't see that,
right, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they're there for
it.
But
then they threw her down.
Yeah, I would.
Rhea, she ain't got it like Raquel. As far as in terms of just pure strength, we Rhea is the Broly out here like Dragon Ball, just picking people up and throwing them. But no, Raquel is over there just
Raquel
seamlessly Tejada bombing,
and she's not even like she's tall, but she's not like ripped and big. Right. She's just pure.
She's just a big person.
She's just a big person. Yeah. This like somebody we'll get to later, Hikuleo. This a big. Why? This natural strength.
Yeah, like why you so big?
Why you so big? Yeah, like if I saw Rhea, I was like, oh, I get it. You work for that. Raquel was like, oh, you're this big.
Yeah. When Raquel was Tejada bombing Rhea, you really saw the size difference, and then you also saw with Rhea when she was trying to pick her up.
She could barely do it.
Yeah, Raquel had to step further up on the rope to help her up. I was like, okay.
And even on the riptide, she had you saw Raquel kind of like help.
And she did that riptide quickly. That was like the quickest thing. She did not do a whole pick up and throw.
That's why they went up top, because it's not going to look clean on the ground.
That's a good observation. Right? Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
She's never riptide her in the ring. It's always on the outside, hard.
Yeah.
Or that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but man, I hope Raquel gets a little push after this.
I mean, she is already the tag team champ.
Yeah.
I hope she gets a nice little singles push.
Or, put her in the, once the Intercontinental Championship is established with Bayley and all of them, man, if she breaks off with them, or if she can stay with Judgment Day, make her a double champion. Yeah, but she is really...
She's a beast.
She's a fucking beast. Yeah, that was a good ass match.
She's kind of got a similar archetype to Lash Legend.
Yeah.
But she's on the main show already.
Yeah, see, I would compare Raquel to Chyna more than Rhea. Everybody wants to compare Rhea, I don't think
you can... puts on the goth makeup. And that's like the immediate image in your head is all the black and white.
But Chyna just wore black.
Hey.
Chyna was
she had to put it to 11. Chyna had it on 10. Rhea had to put it to 11. She looks like if Chyna was a part of the Kiss band.
Anyway, I think the next match was Sammy and Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
smoke break.
That was definitely
I don't get the. We don't mean no disrespect. Actually, we do, but. Or maybe not him.
I mean, they had to show the segment before the match because nobody's invested in this storyline to begin with.
Even Karrion Kross's entrance, I was real confused when it's a bit more on Scarlett,
like low frame per second and stuff. It was
I thought that
slow frame rate lagging.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, that was annoying.
I don't mind that, but it was mostly on Scarlett.
I was cool with that part. I was actually surprised she wasn't getting booed by this whack ass crowd because they've been booing every single woman that walks on the stage. Yeah, especially the black one.
Says a lot. Says a lot.
Yep.
But yeah, the match was cool. You know, I get the psychology with Karrion Kross talking and stuff, but I just want a little more wrestling from him.
That was probably the one thing I appreciated, or not appreciated, but was impressed with, was the breath control, because, I mean, he was already suplexing Sammy a couple times, and he was still able to get in his face and talk shit. And I was like, okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Like, he wasn't even, like, chest big, and he was just talking. I was like, okay.
I wanted a little more wrestling out, but it was a good match for his first fight.
We got some wrestling out of Sammy, though. Sammy was on the rope doing that little monkey flip like he was about to jump out the rope.
Sammy always, look, as much as I hate Sammy, he can wrestle.
No, he can wrestle.
He can fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
As, you know, what was his mask character?
El Generico? Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bro, yeah. He was crazy.
All he needs to do is get a heel turn so he can get a better song, and I'm rocking with that guy, man. I'm telling you.
Because
that
I
American
think
20s home videos thing be killing me, bro.
I think Sammy could be such a good heel. I think the most babyface always could be the badass heel.
Are we just carrying Cross? Because that's what he thinks.
Fair. Okay. But still, I guess he's right.
I mean,
like I see the bad.
I
see the bad in you. It's just like Cody. When
Cody sees the potential that being bad can get him.
Yeah, like when Cody turns, John Cena. When John, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When everybody turned, The Rock, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels was a dick, so he rode that way.
Turn is a turn.
No, but he never really. Shawn Michaels kind of just rode that. He was so good, but he could, even if he was a heel.
Marty Jannetty, they were definitely faces.
Oh yeah,
he did a heel turn to
when he was with the Diesel.
No, before that.
He was a face. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about when he.
I'm talking about his initial turn. Yeah.
But even that,
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
Even that, it's like it was supposed to be a heel turn, but was it really?
Hell yes, he kicked that man through the TV.
No, but I'm still saying people are still cheering this man because, like.
I mean, what the crowd reacts is how the crowd reacts. We're over here booing Cody Rhodes some weeks, man. Like
who?
Have you been listening to the crowds? Seth Rollins was even saying it the other week. He was like, "You guys don't even know what you want." You're booing Cody Rhodes and cheering me.
Yeah. I remember that. But I haven't heard nobody boo Cody.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't heard about
not consistent.
Yeah,
but there's been one time where John Cena was out there talking. He was talking about Cody Rhodes and literally boo. All you hear is boo, and then Seth. It was literally a segment that he had.
Well, yeah, it's because it was. I can see it because it's John out there saying it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but Cody isn't going to be cutting a promo if people are going to boo him.
We'll see about that.
Exactly. We will see it.
We'll see about that.
Future tips.
I mean, it all depends on how this Randy-Cody beef goes. If there's more beef,
Randy's
got the people, which Randy usually does.
Which is weird, because I wonder where Randy goes from here. Like, does he just, like...
He's not satisfied.
Yeah,
he's gonna keep trying.
Like, because you saw it in the match. It was like, oh my God. The voices in his head. Like,
I mean, he almost
did
the punt.
The punt, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, this man...
He's cementing that he'll do anything to get what he wants. He's said it a few times now.
Yeah,
he's not playing around anymore.
And he was like, "Oh shit, do I want to do it?" And then he did it. He waited too long.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, he waited too long, and now next time he's not going to even think about it. He's just going to slowly
doing. Yes. I think they should have. Just went with it.
Nah, it's got to have a build up. Half of these segments already ain't got no storyline anyway, like Julia and Zelina Vega last night.
Well,
Julia had no promos, no nothing, no ambition about wanting to get the belt. They're just like, all right,
they've had backstage conflicts.
Less than Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, because I don't even remember a segment.
Sorry, people, he does not watch.
I do. What are we talking about here? Anyway, yeah.
Oh no, I'm glad Julia won. They gave Vega some time with the belt.
They didn't do much with her though.
Yeah, but it was like
That's a story for another time, because that's all. I have a whole writing thing that I need to talk about about WWE one day. Anyway.
Oh, what?
The whole thing about the writing in WWE that I need to break down one day.
Oh, that would be good.
Because I feel like that's a big issue, but
yeah. Next up is...
We already had jumped to Cody and Randy anyway. How'd you feel about that match as a whole?
Which one?
Cody and Randy. I mean, no, not sorry.
I was going to say...
Okay, yeah.
Sami and...
Yeah, Sami and Cross.
It was alright.
It was a cool match. Like, I mean,
was
it
cool.
good or no? Smoke break, then it was a cool match.
Smoke break, yeah. It was like, yeah.
It would have been a match you wouldn't even have seen.
Huh?
That would have been a match you wouldn't even have seen.
No.
Honestly, that should have been on SmackDown.
No, I agree with that. When you text me that, I was like, yeah, this... I think we said it on the preview, on the prediction one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a SmackDown match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a SmackDown feud. Like, what? It's a TV feud. It's not that big. Yeah. But I'm sure that was supposed to be for SmackDown, and AJ Styles and Dom was supposed to be on there.
I was thinking that maybe that was something that Kevin Owens was supposed to be doing with Sami. Supposed to be him and Kevin Owens beefing, but Kevin Owens is still out from WrestleMania and all this other stuff. But
I don't think
I don't think they're writing that far ahead.
No, and I don't think Kevin Owens is coming back.
Really?
Kevin Owens? Yeah. I think he's done.
I mean, Stone Cold, he's had neck injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, this, that, and the other. He's still coming back. He might just come back as a strike wrestler. He's already got the stunner as his finisher.
But the difference is what people need to realize when they're getting these guys from the indies. You know, they're wrestling.
Yeah.
So that puts a lot more miles on you.
Oh, for sure.
So when they come here, they protect them.
Mm-hmm.
I say come here like I work wrong.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. When they come to WWE, they kind of protect them, and I think that's the most. That's how the wrestlers look at it. Like, I can get paid the most, and I can kind of take a step back with the style.
That's fair.
The style protects him, and it adds to the longevity.
Yeah.
Just like Seth, Punk, all of them. Like, all right, I could build these stories, and every other 6 months, I need to put on a banger.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I
mean, I'm still waiting for that banger from Seth. I've been watching for a good 2 years now, and all I've seen is stomp. He over here looking like Kirk Franklin over here.
Jesus Christ. If you don't get that reference, it's okay. Do your Googles. But, even like Punk, when Punk and McIntyre was like fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that took a while.
It was nuts. I feel like it was a good storyline. It was a good promo stuff.
Hell in a Cell.
But, I mean, was the match amazing?
Matches. They had 3.
Okay. Well,
one single, 2 the strap match. Punk won. McIntyre won the first.
Mm-hmm.
Punk won the second on the strap match. And then the Hell in a Cell.
I'm going to have to do a deep dive.
We watched 2 of those together.
I'm about to go, bro. You know the hippocampus be getting deleted after these blunts, bro. I don't even remember his shit. Like
I know.
The next match actually.
After which one?
After the
Sami?
one we just talked about, yeah.
Oh, Jacob and
yes,
Solo.
The best. That was my match of the night.
That was your match.
Most definitely.
I like that match.
From start to finish, that thing was good.
I told you Higgles' ass was gonna show.
No, I told you. Bro, pull back the archives.
He said nobody shows up on PLEs.
You were right. I did say that one part, but I did actually add to the fire when I said that JC Mateo's gonna come out and they were gonna equalize. But what happened was that Tonga Loa also came out, which is what I didn't anticipate.
I said that.
You definitely did mention that. I was like, okay, Greg was right. All right.
Yeah.
Tonga Loa came out with a DDT from after having the
clean.
Yeah, I was like, this man back in wrestling.
I was like clean. I was like, oh, he's gonna fuck it up.
I thought he was gonna fuck it up.
Everybody thought he was gonna fuck it up.
I totally did.
And he came out clean. That was a good match.
Fast and clean.
Yeah.
Because he really came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I I like they let Jacob lose.
Yeah, it was because it wasn't enough. I liked how they made Jacob lose,
but
they still made Jacob look strong as shit.
Yeah, because he lost like 5 people.
He literally was just getting jumped at that point.
Yeah, because
like JC Mateo came out, Tongaloa came out, hit him. All right, and then Hikuleo came out, slammed him right through the table.
That's a big.
And he's like, you know what? All right, now I'm done. I still got to get hit with the
another person that's this big. Is this strong?
Yeah,
he's just. When you said he was, I didn't watch JPW.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that he was like big, a big man.
I'm telling you, bro. I was telling you.
That's the difference between you being like big, like Uma Finney or Drew McIntyre. Yeah. They're like, oh, you like again, you worked for that.
No,
this nigga is just like
Samoan Kane.
Yeah, you're just big.
Tongan Kane.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Well, Kane was ripped to fuck at one point, but I get what
you mean. Kikuleo's getting in shape, man. When Kikuleo was first in there, he was a lot thinner looking and not as defined.
Really?
Yeah, but he's gotten much bigger. His hair looks great, so I know he's eating well. So he's probably doing good, you know.
I don't know. He got that WWE contract, so, you know.
Hey,
no,
like you said, that's where they usually come to chill.
Yeah.
But he ain't here to chill. He's here to throw his cousins through the tables and shit.
What do you think about, 3.0 now?
I mean, they did say Roman Reigns might be coming back soon.
He's gonna come back before SummerSlam.
Yeah, hopefully. I think that was gonna be like.
But he's not
the equalizer.
He's not. You mean Jimmy?
No, Jay adding on to Jimmy and Jacob. 3 J's.
I don't think. I think there's just gonna be a faction that doesn't have to do with no family shit. That's what they need to move on from the family. If they could be, all right. Solo has his title now. Congratulations.
Congrats to Solo.
Yeah.
Undefeated in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 3-0.
That was a good point.
First singles champion on the main shows after being NXT champ.
Yeah. But they need to move on from this. Let Jacob move on to a different program.
You think so?
But I know they're not.
No, they don't. I feel like they have too much good chemistry together to do that. Because Jacob is literally going to sink if he goes in. Jacob? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro. He can only go so far.
We talked about it. He needs to have a mouthpiece.
He can only go so far with that.
He needs to have a mouthpiece.
And they ain't hiring mouthpiece. They only hiring performers now. Only mouthpiece in there is Paul.
Oh, wow, that's a good point.
Right?
God damn, I didn't even think about that one. Because, there was a rumor they were going to Estrada. Whatever, Umaga's manager, there was a rumor going around that he was going to come back and manage Jacob. That would have been sick.
If anybody comes back to manage somebody, it better be Rikishi.
No. Yeah. But as much as he talks, I can't see him as a mouth.
Exactly, because he could talk, man. People just ain't let him talk, but when you hear his podcast, that's a yapper right there.
No, he... we know.
And I like his opinion sometimes.
I would love to see his opinion on that match, because that's his, nephew? And his son?
Yeah, Jacob, yeah.
Jacob's his nephew, right?
Jacob is his nephew, yeah. And Solo is, his spitting image. Solo looks like a baby Rikishi out there.
So Solo looks like a fucking Umaga to me.
Really?
His body type.
Oh, maybe.
Not his face.
That looks like baby Rikishi.
Zulu looks just like his dad.
Zilla?
Yeah. He looks just like Umaga.
Definitely.
He looks just like him.
I agree. But yeah, that was my match of the night for sure. No contest.
That was good.
Even though the Rhea and Raquel one was good, that one I was glued to the screen.
Yeah, as far as it's it had a little bit of wrestling, it had a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
family drama.
And Solo, man.
Solo's great, man.
Solo was funny as hell.
He's funny as shit.
He was over there doing
when he did that, and then he came behind him in German. So I was like,
yes. I was like, that's what you get for mocking your cousin.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. I wish they would play up more to the family thing.
Yeah. So you don't want the family to exist, but you want them to play up more to it. Man, you hear this guy? All right. What was the next match?
I just got called out. I can't even say something because I did contradict myself.
You straight up contradict yourself within 5 minutes.
Like, if you're going to do it, might as well say your cousins.
Hey, they do.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the family.
They do. Oh, big brother Jimmy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, next up was how I got some free weed.
Yeah.
Jade versus Oscar.
Jade versus Asuka.
Hey,
Yep, hey.
I might going out on love might be recency bias. I know she messed up the pin. I do know that.
She almost pinned herself. She almost rolled where her shoulders were on the ground.
And I know Oscar is a great person to work. I think that might be Jade's best match.
It has to be. I mean,
thanks to Oscar.
No, most definitely, of course, thanks to
yeah,
Asuka. But honestly, I mean,
I think that was.
I feel like even Asuka kind of phoned it in a little bit.
Hmm?
I think even Asuka kind of phoned it in a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, as good as it wasn't a bad match, but
Yeah.
I wasn't blown away by any segment. I really can't even recall any great segments. All I can really remember is how the initial part when she came out, that little like buzzing sound before her song came out. I thought it was gonna be Io Sky popping up, literally.
Oh, she always had that.
No. Before the rock sounding came out, it was just
Yeah.
like a little zzz, and I was like, "Oh, Io Sky's about to come on." I was like, "For what?" And then it changed to the rock sound. I was like, "Oh, what the hell?"
I love her entrance.
I'm cool with it.
It's so good. She
Like,
has
it sounds like a movie trailer song.
the
like
math.
a movie trailer
I
song.
know it sounds like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And she is that type of character.
Is she?
Like the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Hanafu mask. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the matches. I thought it was cool.
It was alright. Yeah.
Also carried it. But Jade, I told you, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I'll agree.
a-
She's
that-
getting better.
No, I'm saying what's gonna happen at SummerSlam.
Oh.
Naomi interfere.
Naomi and her.
Naomi's gonna interfere, and Bianca's gonna come
Do you think
out.
she's gonna have the Money in the Bank thing that long? Till August?
Yeah,
That's a lot of
that's a long
tease.
time. Yeah.
How long
shit.
did
Excuse me.
How long did Tiff Stratton have it last year? Couple
I can't
weeks
remember.
at
Yeah,
best.
Yeah.
We'll see how long Seth holds it, I guess, too.
Yeah, like they both. I feel like a lot of stuff is gonna culminate at fucking
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Yeah. Cause yeah. Well, speaking of Seth versus
No. Yeah.
CM Punk versus Cena.
Yeah, CM Punk versus the GOAT, John Cena.
It was
Great
alright.
match.
It was a good match. It was a good match. I was getting a little worried there for a minute. I was
Which
like,
part?
just like I'm like, all right. The Undertaker said this, and I love this point. We need to stop kicking out of fucking finishers.
Bruh.
We need to stop that shit. And so when you get to that, like Cena's, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, all these guys that are older, and obviously they've done their time. We know their legacy. When they get older, they can still tell these beautiful stories. But when it gets in the ring, they just trade their signatures back and forth.
But there wasn't that many finishers in this match. Per person.
No, but
Each one got one.
No, hell no.
Except for Seth.
No, Cena AA.
Cena got one go to sleep.
No.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
rolled out of two. He got out of two.
But
of them.
CM Punk got
CM
three
Punk got hit
times.
with
Three.
two FUs.
Three.
Really? No,
Yes.
he rolled out of one. He rolled out at least two of them because he almost hit him with a GTS after countering one of the.
I thought it was three.
Nah. Seth got hit by more. Seth got hit by the most finishers.
Seth?
Yes, because he was interfering. He got popped by everybody.
No.
Yes.
No, John Cena and
You're gonna have to hop on YouTube, bro, and watch some.
we can rewatch the whole thing after this.
I'm telling you.
You
We
would-
didn't rewatch the whole thing after this.
You want to put another gram on?
Nah, I put another gram on it. I already. This is 0.75 grams, so I'm covered for the next bet already, right?
If you-
0.75 times
If
two.
you don't know, we bet weed here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was good. The ending was amazing.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
great. Because at first I was like, Panther? What?
This man even slow walk, smooth
Yeah,
operating down the
yeah.
line.
I was like,
I was like, do you not see the sense of urgency? Bro?
Yeah,
I looked at you and was like, I'm gonna just
yeah,
keep jumping
yeah,
out
I
drops
think-
as he walking out here.
yeah, I was just like, damn, did I smoke before this? Is he going really slow right now?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was great. And I like how they took it back to the stage. And
Yeah.
then Pitta jumped off the stage. That was cool. Yeah, the ending was.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Sammy also came out.
Sammy's
the one that directed them to go all the way over there so they can jump off the side.
Sammy was,
which is actually a pretty far jump onto a hard surface, man. I was surprised that Penta just did that because Penta's been phoning. He came out there with that weak ass super kick on Braun Breaker, and I was like, all right, he coming out here just doing BS.
Like I said, another person that has a lot of miles on him.
Yeah. That's a
lot of miles.
I mean, he's had a lot of years in the game.
Yeah, a lot of miles.
Yeah, he's an older guy now.
Yeah, so people need to realize, like, if he could still do what he does.
Mm-hmm. It's like Roman Reigns is talking about retiring, and Penta's around his age.
Yeah, but I think Penta was wrestling a long time before Roman.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Roman had the luxury of being...
coming out of football.
Well, yeah, he does have football, yes, sure. That's a good point.
Hell, he actually got injured. That's why he went to wrestling too, right? That's how The Rock did. I think.
Yeah, I know. He was at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and he was a defensive end. But I get why people want to come to the WWE because you get a paycheck, they protect you, you get made off your name.
Yeah, I mean,
while they bring up people like Jade and Roxanne, people in their Braun.
Yeah, I would say Braun and Roxanne because Jade is kind of an AEW snipe.
But even then, she was still actually that's a Mark Henry fan. Just like
I guess so.
Just like Bianca Belair.
Yeah,
they didn't really have the mileage. Like any wrestler,
right, yeah. She was very much being developed still.
Yeah, she's still, which is that's a great topic for another podcast too. Because of that, I think they're blending. Yeah, they're having like, all right, we can get these other guys that are known,
homegrown,
but we have our homegrown people too. But when you're able to do a homegrown, they have so much more mileage to them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
they're gonna be eating pins for about a decade though.
Eating what?
Eating pins.
Oh, so Braun's not eating shit.
Yeah, Braun's not. Because, Braun's got a dad and an uncle that are in the biz that are like, no, you ain't about to hit me with that BS. It's like the Bloodline guys. They don't get that fast track.
Julia just got the title.
Well, Julia's a Stardom Joshi, like, import. Like, you can't do her like that. She came here for the belt. she gave up. She gave up her belt in Stardom. She ain't coming over here just.
No U.S. fans were watching Stardom.
I was watching Stardom.
Well,
I wasn't watching WWE at that time though.
That's fair. You sound like an AEW fan.
No, I was an NJPW fan. I'm sorry. I'm cultured.
Yeah. Now who sounds like the hipster?
Yeah, I never denied it. I never denied it.
Yeah, but I thought it was a good ending. I like the PLE. It was cool.
Yeah, I need to check out the post-show segment because it did say Solo was going to be there, and I think John Cena. So they're probably going to... I know John Cena...
Did you hear something that John Cena said when he...
Yeah, he said, hold on, don't turn it off yet.
Okay.
And he did the whole pause to show the belt, and then he was like, okay, now you can turn it off, and then shut it off.
I was like, what are you saying?
Yeah, he's saying that I run this show. Just like what he did with SmackDown when he did the pipe bomb. He was like, I'll cuss so you can shut it off now. I don't need the extra 2 minutes. Yeah, like John is that dude, man.
Oh yeah, no, he's good. I'm glad he got the 3-win.
His promo game, like, through the roof right now.
I'm surprised Ron didn't come out. Ron Killings.
Really?
Oh, because I texted you that. I was like, oh man.
I mean, they already had Seth, Braun, and Bronson. That would have been a hot area. That might have just been like a Royal Rumble at that point.
He would have been a wild card because he don't give a fuck. He don't care.
He's gonna knock everybody out besides probably Punk.
No, I think
I think Punk are still friends though. No,
I don't think he'll care.
Yeah, fair.
I would have took that. That's why I texted you. I was like, what if Ron cost Punk and Punk is mad at him?
Yeah, I could see him doing it on accident, right? Yeah. But I wouldn't see him coming out there and be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to attack Punk and I'm going to attack Cena. Or I'm going to attack Cena and as soon as you grab me, you turn me around, I'm going to attack you too. Like,
no.
I don't see that.
I can see. I thought it was going to be a clean match and Ron come out and then no disqualification. CM Punk will be like, dude, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering how that would be happening because it's like, No DQ. Well, no, there was DQs, but they
There
just
was
beat
DQ.
down the refs.
Yeah, the ref was out.
You also saw Charles Robinson, the meme ref, do his meme run again too, and then get knocked out by John Cena. Well, he's booking that thing, bro.
Dude,
He is booking, just like the meme, bro. He's booking it, and then John Cena just comes out there and
he shoulder tackled him. Remember the other night for me.
Yeah. His ass flew.
I was like, I did not expect that. I can usually see things coming.
Yeah.
But that one, I was like, oh, Charles Robinson, here you go. BAM!
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. There he goes. Yeah, it was a good night.
There he goes.
It wasn't a night of champions, but it was a night of decent matches. I'll give it that.
Yeah, if this was a regular PLE, it would have been good. Yeah, I wanted more championship. We only had one title change.
Yeah.
On the night of champions.
On the night of champions. Yeah.
2 championships getting defended.
That's how it be. They should have called it something else.
What shit is it called? But no,
Saturday in Saudi. I already said that. Speaking of Saturday, I think that's the next one, right? Saturday main event.
Saturday main event.
And then there's one on Sunday, I think, also for NXT. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Yeah, so we got Saturday night main event, Evolution.
Evolution is what it is, yeah.
You're the NXT guy, so.
I'm an NXT. I like wrestling, so yeah, I'm an NXT guy. I'm not here just for the drama. I could watch Days of Our Lives for that.
You see how
Days of Our Lives with dudes in underwear. That's basically what y'all be ready for. Anyway, I love NXT.
You damn right it is. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, that's that's her thoughts. That's her recap of Night of
Champions.
Night of 2 champions.
Yeah, the Night of 2 champions.
Yeah.
One title change.
This is all work, no sell. Did I say right that time?
My man finally got it right. All right, have a good night.
No sell, all work.